We're in the state of year-round summer. It's the Miami Grand Prix and we're here in Florida at the Miami International Autodrome. The streets of Miami Gardens will come alive with the roar of racing and the excitement is only just beginning. Spectacle is the name of the game here in Miami, with a stadium at the heart of this track. With long straights and S-bends, not unlike Suzuka's Sector 1, proper ERS management is sure to give drivers an edge towards victory. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. There's nothing like a race weekend in Formula One.
Stars, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey guys, you join me here, Snowman86, and we are back on Formula One Manager 2022. So we're just here before the Miami Grand Prix, and the good news is now our car is running, or well, Tio is now running all the upgrades that we have. As you can see there on the right hand side, we have no upgrades due now for a while. And if we go here to the calendar, you can see we have nothing in for May. Our next upgrade is coming on the end of the the end of the Monaco Grand Prix, guys. We have a rear wing update, and on the Monday we have the front wing. So hopefully we'll have them done before Baku. So we should have another set of updates onto the car by that stage, and we'll probably start slowing it down around here and maybe pushing everything down towards next year. You can see, or we get a reset of our testing points there. So we'll see how we're getting on, but for the most part I would imagine we might do maybe 2 more updates, but after that it'll be 2 researches and 1 design on this year's cars. Probably the way we'll go with it then for the rest of the season, guys. As I say, both our drivers are running the exact same parts on the car now, so thankfully you can see Tio, if we go here, they should be the same. Famous last words and all that, but we flick here, you can see Tio's actually probably a little bit quicker at the moment. Not sure where that's coming from, but Tio would appear to have a slightly faster car. So we'll have to check that to make sure they're both running the same setup on parts. But other than that, guys, we are looking pretty good in terms of our facilities. Factory's getting a refurb, and we're updating our CFD simulator. So we'll probably keep pushing these if we can. Now they are starting to get expensive. If you look here, it is 12 million now to do the next upgrade on the wind simulator. So they won't be happening as often as what we were doing, but we'll do our best to see what we can do. So that's it, guys. Actually, you can see here on the right we have our updates when they're coming. So all within the next 2 months we should be pretty good, guys. So we'll jump straight here to qualifying next, and we'll see how we go at Miami.
Thank you for joining us here today. Once practice is over, qualifying will be underway, and then the fight for pole begins. Whoever said every second counts clearly hadn't revelled in the sport of Formula One, where grid positions can be decided by thousandths of a second. The drivers competing today are amongst the finest in the world, but the margins are even finer. And as you can probably guess, there is no margin for error. So get yourselves comfortable, it's going to be quite the ride.
You join me here for qualifying, guys, and as you may see on the bottom left, we're into Q2 firstly. But as you see in the bottom left, Pierre has retired. So we're not sure. He didn't crash, and we just had to retire the car. So I'm not sure if it's an engine issue or what. He set a stonking first run as well. Literally just under 2/10 off the pace of Verstappen, which was fantastic. So he should be safely through to Q3. Hopefully we can take part in Q3 with him. If not, this will be a very short qualifying. We've managed to get both drivers obviously through to Q1. So we just have Tio now out doing his final lap. Hopefully he can pick up a little bit of time. If he can, he might just get himself into Q3 as well. Tio is crossing the line now. He does improve, but unfortunately Verstappen does improve as well, but unfortunately, yeah, just a little bit shy of that initial pace. But with all the upgrades on the car, we can definitely see Theo's performance has improved, guys. He's gone from kind of 16th, 17th, all the way up to 13th, so that's fantastic. And hopefully we'll be back for Q3 with Pierre. Failing that, guys, we will be at the Grand Prix. So I'm not sure what will happen now, but yeah, we'll all find out together in a second.
We're back for another day of scintillating F1 action. It's race day.
Qualifying went well for Williams, as attested by their strong position on the grid. Now it's all about finding that edge for the race itself. We saw a reasonable push from Mercedes in qualifying, and they'll have plenty of opportunities here to achieve a great result. And the sky is looking grey and cloudy today. An effective tyre strategy could prove very valuable as the race plays out.
The Autodrome is ready for some serious action today here at the Miami Grand Prix.
So just a quick update before we go racing, guys. Unfortunately, Pierre had retired and is out of the Grand Prix, so starting P10. So we didn't get Q3 in, which is a crying shame because I think we had serious pace in this Grand Prix weekend. So with that, we won't waste any more time, guys. You can see our strategies. We are expecting rain, and we'll see how this Miami Grand Prix plays out.
It's a somewhat overcast day for the drivers, who've now taken position on the grid. And there we have Pierre Gasly. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. And looking at the second Williams car, with their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. The race start is mere seconds away. One of the newest races in F1, and hopefully one of the most exciting too.
So here we go, guys. All lights.
It's lights out,
and we are
away
racing
we
now.
go.
I forgot to do one thing, which is deploy and push on both drivers. So we're just going to quickly do that before we get too far into the Grand Prix. And I can't select it, and away we go, guys. So hopefully what we're hoping for is that Pierre will make a few spots. He's already got past Lando. So we're going to jump on board here with Pierre. Now he is going to be attacking on the soft tires because we are expecting rain. So here's hoping he can really make advantage of this. And it looks like Pierre is going to be ultra aggressive. Nope, he just gets caught up there. This is good. We're going to get Valtteri Bottas, which is a good overtake, and then it's just the 2 Alpines. And then I would think we're back to where we probably would have qualified. So just got to do a little bit of running, but you can see, oh yes, Gasly is so aggressive on this overtaking. Theo is also doing a sterling job there, guys. But I think Theo's probably, ooh, and we gained a free place off Ocon. Fantastic. So now we just need to get inside the window of DRS, and we should get it here. So we're just going to flick things to neutral and balanced, and we're going to do that on both drivers. So now it's a race for the rain, so hopefully our soft tires will hold out, guys. It is a bit of a gamble, but if we check our weather forecast, we're still on for rain in around the right time. So we have DRS now, guys, so that should be a bonus to us, but obviously all these cars in front will have DRS as well. Hamilton is taking the lead. Wow, Lewis and Perez are really having a ding-dong. Not sure what's going on here with Verstappen. He seems to be running a little bit slow off the line. So I would have expected him to be higher up the field. But Hamilton and Perez are having a fair old ding-dong there. And if we can just stay on the back of this group, we'll be doing okay. Theo is fighting away with Leclerc. So there is potential we can get Theo into the points as well here, guys, soon. Unfortunately, they all back out of the overtakes there. So Pierre has the fastest lap as well, guys. Goes now to Verstappen, who has really closed the gap up there to Hamilton. So not sure, was it just a poor start for Max, but he seems to be back onto pace. And you can see Sainz there with the aid of DRS is going to get that done. We might get George there. Oh, he's going to come back at us. Oh, he does. So we nearly got to move down there on George. But you can see it's a big old DRS train now forming. So it's just a case now of hopefully our softs will hang on, guys, and we get to the first pit stops. But I think we've done well there so far. Now we do need to jump back here with Theo, and we're going to go deploy with Theo here because we do need Theo to get past the McLaren if we can. Oh, big old dirty block. So we're just going to keep it on deploying. Hopefully we can get Theo past the McLaren at least. Oh, pull out. Oh, there's a good chance there. Nope, he's not going to do that. So we're just going to have to go back here now and just start conserving the battery for Theo. So we're just going to have to build Theo's battery back up ever so slightly. We're just going to harvest out of these corners because we should have DRS to help us tow down the street. And that'll just give us a chance to rebuild his battery, guys. Pierre is doing a good job. Oh, Carlos Sainz is after dropping off the pace. So we need to jump on board here, and that is perfect timing because we get the overtake done there. No, I don't think we'll get DRS this time around.
And a
We
new
don't.
position just gained by Williams.
Oh, and because Carlos has cost us there, we are now falling off that group. They'll all have DRS sucking them down along the road, and we don't. Safety
Okay, it's a safety car.
So we're just going to ignore, but it is a
Okay,
chance
there's
for
a
us
big crash.
to harvest our batteries, and we'll try and see what happened there, guys. A
I
big
think
crash.
that was a crash. Let's have a
Stroll
look.
at turn
Now
6
look at
apparently.
this. It was the Alpha Tauri driver involved. They've lost control,
He just lost the
and
rear
there's the
end,
crash.
and there goes Stroll into the barrier. So that might be a bit of a saving grace for us, guys, because what are we looking like weather-wise? We still have a few laps to go, but this will really help us bring our tyres to the fore, and we should also now catch up to the back of Russell, hopefully. Should. So we're just going to speed it up while the safety car is taking place, guys, and yeah, there won't be too much excitement happening here, so we'll probably call it here and we'll be back before the safety car restart. So we are back, guys. A couple laps have passed. Safety car is in this lap, so we are getting ready to go racing again. And yep, we should be in for a stonking start to the Grand Prix here, guys. Thankfully this has worked out well for us that we've managed to catch. Oh, that wasn't good from Russell. He's just left a 1.5 gap build up there to the lead. That is, wow, that is painful. So both our drivers now have just entered our pit window. Obviously enough, we were expecting rain in less than 3 minutes. So we're going to go aggressive on both drivers now and try and burn up some of our tyres. So once we get the rain, we will be on it, hopefully pretty quickly. Hamilton is after managing to stretch his lead there a little bit, so that's impressive as well.
rain in the pit lane at the moment.
Ooh. Pit options. We're going to pit Tio straight away. And we're going to get Gasly now just to drive on. He is past
Look at
pit.
reducing the lift and core.
Okay.
And box.
So Tio's the only one to pit there, so that might work out for him. I'm hoping the rain will come a little bit hard and fast. Tio's in the pits now, he's out of his pit stop, and yes, I think for Tio, he's on the track right at the right time, guys, and that is big. So we're just going to flick him back to standard here.
You can afford to drop back.
Actually, we're going to keep him on aggressive because I think Tio could make up a whole pile of places here. Oh man, Tio could really be the winner of this one. I should have pitted Gasly. Anyway, it happened so quick. I think Tio is going to be the big winner out of this, guys. Yeah. So Russell is going to continue on, so he's going to lose out pretty bigly out of this as well. Hopefully we can get in, get out, and not get held up. Yes, we're out. So we have a Ferrari behind us, but I do think Sainz managed to jump us. And where is Tio? Tio is currently P11, so that's pretty good. Oh, this is good. So we're all stuck behind the Aston Martin and Mick Schumacher. Oh, this could be nasty. Yes, it is. I'm just going to use a bit of deploying here because we need to see, can we get a Tio pass as well. This will work out. That's okay. And we're going to dive bomb there on the and we're just going to flick it back to neutral on both drivers.
By Williams.
So that was big, guys. That was big. So now we're going to tell Tio not to fight his teammate. So he should duck out of the way. And if we ride on board with Tio, we'll just tell him to hold the cars up behind a little bit. In fact, we won't. We're just going to get him now to run his race. And we're going to go standard and standard. And if anything, we can get Tio now to push on just a little bit, guys. So guys, this is huge. We've managed to really work this well. Tio's really jumped the pile. He's managed to get to P3. And Gasly is currently up to P2. And is he catching Hamilton? We're not sure, but we'll see. Now, it's going to be like this for the remainder of the race from what the weather forecast says. I don't think it dries up again. So we're looking at light rain now throughout the race. We have a little dry patch there, but hopefully there's enough on the track to keep us out. But it's going to be wet again towards the end, so even if it's not, we'll probably just hold on to these intermediates as long as we can. So guys, this is huge. Now Verstappen is behind us. He doesn't have DRS. At least I don't think he does. So, could make it... oh, wow. He nearly just punted Tio off the road. So, if we go to Verstappen, does he have DRS? No, he doesn't. It's just the way the wing is reflecting. So, guys, we could be on for a nice haul of points here. This has worked out very well for us. And it was important we did swap him because Gasly has the better race pace, as we all know. So I think Verstappen's after getting us.
Red Bull moved up.
And indeed he has, and Verstappen is gone. Now the only thing there, if Verstappen can catch to Pierre, that's fine, but he also might have the pace to drag him up to Hamilton, which would be good. So we just got to keep an eye on things as they're going, but hopefully we have enough here with Tio to hold off Russell and Bottas. Ricciardo's acting as a bit of another roadblock. Unfortunately, the Ferraris really looked out there. Sainz down P8, Leclerc P15. Current World Drivers' Champion is having a terrible time of it, guys. Now Max is not really catching Pierre, which is good. So far so good. Sainz has dropped off the back of this, so it's just Russell and Bottas to worry about for Tio. And the longer he can stretch this, the better he'll be. And we are losing a little bit of time right to Lewis, but that's maybe okay. Still on for P2. Max is slowly gaining, but it is slow gains at the moment. But the early stop here for Tio could really be the master stroke. And we seem to have a bit of pace, because I think we've dropped Valtteri now as well. He's just gone to a second back. So it seems to be Russell and Bottas are the main two we have. And Max is getting that gap down to 2 seconds, so he'll be in striking distance soon enough. But I think we'll have the pace to sit on the rear of Max and be dragged along, and hopefully we can all catch Lewis then. So we're just doing a job of looking after our tyres now. As I say, it'll be in between this dry to wet for the entire race, so it's going to be one of these, do you do it or do you not do it? And at the moment we've done what we've done, and we've worked out rather well, guys. Currently P2, P4, and if we can hold on to this would be the best finish for Team Williams since we took over, so that'd be fantastic. The last race we had our best qualifying, and in the very next race we could very well have our best ever team result, and this would be huge for the constructors. And being realistic, we're not in the drivers' hunt this season, but constructors we could really have a strong showing, try and maybe unsurprised, or very surprisingly I should say, we might be able to capture P3 in the drivers market, or the team market. But so far so good, guys. We're doing a okay job, and that constructors P3 would mean a lot to us, guys. I was expecting maybe a step up, kind of maybe around 5th, but I was definitely not expecting to be challenging for P3. So the better we can get Tio to drive along, and the more points he can pick up, the better it will be for that team. Because to be fair, Ferrari do have 2 strong drivers in Leclerc and Sainz, so we just got to keep an eye on it, guys. We really do have to keep an eye on it. No, I won't lie, if Charles Leclerc, I must check when he's out of contract, because if he became available I think we would sign him. Although I've heard he costs an extreme amount of money to sign, but we'd have to see. Obviously if we were to sign him, that would be replacing Tio, but that's way off down the line, guys. We won't get too caught up in that at the moment. For now, we're on lap 20, and we're having a cracking effort here, and you can see Verstappen now has slowly gotten onto the back of Pierre. So if we jump to Pierre, you can see there he is, and we need to get Tio now to watch his fuel. So this is where George might get a chance to do something, but we'll just have to see. But we seem to be holding our tyres together fairly well. And Lewis is slowly stretching away, so Hamilton could be on for a race win here, guys, and that would be big for him and Mercedes. Might be a sign they're coming back now. I do think they got lucky with the strategy. And definitely where our pick box is a hindrance, because we get caught by cars coming out and going in, so we get held a little bit. So we're just looking back on Verstappen as we cross the line onto lap 22, and Verstappen is getting closer and closer all the time. Now what we don't need is Verstappen to hit us, that would be a disaster. But if we could cement a podium position, guys, that would match our opening result from the season. That would be fantastic. Especially considering we have no upgrades for this race, or Barcelona, or Monaco. If we could kind of hover in that 4th, 3rd place, and there goes Max. So now it's important that we stick. Oh, we got Max back.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
That was big. I wasn't expecting us to get Max back there, but we did. But yeah, if we can hold on to that kind of 4th position, by the time the upgrades kick in there for us, for Baku, we could be in for a real good showing there in Baku. But we'll see. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. So we're running to lap 35 on these tyres, so we just got to make sure they last. Ooh, no, we held on again. I thought Max was going to get the job done this time, but no, we held on. So you can see from pitting earlier, our tyres are the worst out the tyre field. But we should have enough to get us to where we need to be. And Theo is still doing a sterling job there in P4. So we're just going to get Galsy now to push a little bit, burn up a little bit of fuel that he's got extra in the car. And the track is still holding at 2 mils of rain, so oh, that Red Bull is wicked fast. Look at Verstappen. But so far we're doing a good job of holding him up. I thought he would get past us. A little bit surprised we're able to defend him against them kind of handily like we are. I won't say handily, but definitely Pierre is doing a great job. And let's not forget Theo, who's doing a fantastic job as well in P4. So we've 10 laps roughly till our next pit stop, guys. And we'll see how we're going. We might even extend it 1 or 2 just to make sure our inters do last, because the weather is going to dry up here. So we have a couple of dry spells on the second set of inters, so we want them to be in good nick so they don't burn up. But I think the call definitely will be to stay on inters for as long as possible. If I go to track, you'll see, ooh, look at this. It's going to get very close to dry, and then it's going to rain again. So we could, if we play our cards right, it's going to get extreme, and it's going to be slowly drying all the way down. A little bit more rain. So this is going to be interesting, guys, this period here, because some people might spot to the softs. I don't think we'll do it, but what we will be doing now is extending our next set of stints. Where can I see strategy view? So can we extend this one more with Theo? Oh, it's tight, but I think we can, so we're going to update that. And for Pierre, we'll get to lap 37 anyway, so we're going to update those two. So we'll keep an eye on it. If our pace is deteriorating hugely, we might go a little bit earlier, but the plan is to have the inters for win the race.
Gained from Mercedes.
So now hopefully Theo can stay on the back of George there. We just got to keep an eye on fuels and all that good stuff. So we're just going to get him to push just a little bit because we don't want to fall too far behind George if we can help it. But we seem to be doing okay in holding off the challenge from Ferrari. Well, they're right there, I suppose.
Red Bull gained a place.
Ooh,
Let's
it's all
take a look
kicking
at
off
the
now,
replay.
guys. It's all
Now here we
kicking off
see
now.
Max Verstappen.
Ah, yes, that's always a dodgy corner. So we're riding on board currently with Carlos Sainz. Yeah, and it looks like George definitely has the pace on us there, guys, so that's not good either. And if we jump to Pierre, we'll see that he seems to be able to keep hold of Verstappen, which is good for us. So if we can stick with Verstappen, we'll see now, does Verstappen start to reel in Hamilton? It's a bit iffy at the moment, but definitely Russell is reeling us in, so the longer we can stick here with Verstappen, the better. Just going to get Pierre to push here a little bit so he stays on the tail of Verstappen. Because that's who we want to be racing, that's who we want to be fighting with. And it looks like Verstappen and Hamilton seem evenly matched on pace at the moment. We don't seem to be gaining a little bit, but nothing huge at the moment, but we'll see. But I would like to try as much as we can to get pulled along here by Verstappen. And we got to keep an eye on that weather forecast as well, guys, just in case it changes. You can see it's changed again. So it's now rain, and the heavy rain is there. The dryness now is pushing out. So, oh, it's going to be so interesting, that phase where it dries out and goes wet again. I don't think it's worth pit stopping, but we'll just have to see. Hopefully our intros have been good enough, Nick, that we can hold on for the end of the Grand Prix. But we're burning through a lot of fuel there with Pierre, and I think this is where Max might just start getting away from us. But we're coming to the crunch phase of the Grand Prix, guys. Can we make it work? Tyre life, we seem to be doing okay for tyres at the moment on both cars. So we might be able to make this work, guys. We stretch it out to lap 37, 38. And we'll dive into pits then for a fresh set of inters. Everybody else, because they pitted, it's not bad. We're about a lap in wear behind Verstappen. And Hamilton seems about the same boat. That Mercedes is light on its tyres, as is the McLaren and the Alpine, although Alonso's isn't. So yeah, it is definitely interesting. So you can see now Gasly is falling behind Verstappen by a nice bit. And this is where Russell might start to just eke into us. We'll just have to see how that plays out as well.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place. Let's take a closer look.
So Tio now is going to start
Valtteri
struggling.
Bottas.
And yeah, that's an upsetting one. That's the usual overtaking where we just get blocked out, so we don't need to see it. So Tio's slowly slipping down the grid, but hopefully he can hang on to the back of one of these cars.
Okay, there's a big
safety car.
Okay. Okay, it's a safety car. Yellow ahead, yellow ahead.
Oh my god.
Oh,
We
that's
are
a
on
crash.
lap 32. Sainz crashed.
Let's
Better
see
have a
what
look at
happened
this.
then.
And then we need to think, are we going to pick, guys, 32, 7 laps? Oh, we didn't see it, did we? Decisions. I think we should stay out. I think we are going to stay out. Sainz is out of the race, guys. So we're just going to flick the harvest there with Tio to see can we build that battery back up. And if we go to conserve, will he fall off the back? I don't think he should, but we're just going to flick the harvest here as well with Tio and conserve. So another safety car, guys, so we're just going to blitz this while the safety car is doing its thing. That's ERS fully charged for both drivers. Safety car should hopefully be in this lap.
Safety car in this lap.
So we're going to go back to balance them both drivers, back to neutral.
Let's reduce lifting coast.
So guys, this is big now for our race. Now unfortunately for Tio, he lost that cushion that he had to Ricardo, but hopefully we can get away good here. And we are green racing, guys. Green, green, green. So straight away we're going to get Gazzy to push. And we're probably going to get Tio to push. Because what will be important now for us, guys, is trying to keep where we are as best we can. Because in 3 minutes time that heavy rain is coming, guys. Now I think we should be able to extend ourselves just a little bit more even, so that would be good as well. Problem here is we could lose our P3 here pretty quickly. But this has made the front of the Grand Prix here, but the fight between Hamilton and Verstappen quite exciting. They had pretty good pace between them. So if they can keep it, it'll be interesting to see what they do, guys. Yep, we're just going to try our best. Be interesting to see now when people pit as well for fresh inters. Ooh, Tio's fallen off the back there pretty badly. So I'm just going to tell Tio here to deploy just a little bit, because I want him on the back of Bottas as much as I can. And I want him to gap Ricardo a little bit. So we're actually going to deploy now with both drivers for a couple of laps, just because I see Gazzy starting to drop off the back here a little bit. So we're going to get Tio back to neutral. He's managed to pull a 2.5 second gap to Ricardo, which is good. And if we can just get him to hang on to the back here of Valtteri, that'll be fantastic. And ooh. Look at that. Pierre's gotten himself right on the back of this fight. So that's good as well. And we've managed to gap Russell a little bit. What's the weather saying? So the weather has changed again, and it's looking like it is still going to dry out, guys. But we're definitely going to pit for inters. And that pit stop is coming pretty quickly on us, so we're going to get one more lap, I think, for Tio anyway. And none of the top runners are pitting yet, so that's interesting as well. Although they've seemed to conserve their tyres better in that safety car period than we did. So I think Theo is the man to pit this time around. We're going to go for a fresh set of inters.
We think the track will be dry.
Copy.
Guys, what do we do?
Gears enabled.
Do we gamble? DRS is going to be enabled. How many laps is that? That's a lot of laps. I think we have to gamble. So we're just going to change it here. So by bringing Theo in straight away for softs, I think that's a mistake, but we're just going to confirm the changes. He needs a pit stop anyway this lap, whether Gasly can run a little bit longer.
Okay, so box this lap.
Use the rest.
Copy.
No. We're changing our mind again, so we're going to definitely stick on the inters because it's not drying up quick enough, I think. And it says more rain in 3 minutes, so we're sticking on with the inters. So Norris is in the pits, Theo is in the pits. Now I think this is the lap to pit for Pierre, so we're just going to pit him this lap.
Let's just do lift and coasting.
So this is a big moment in the Grand Prix, guys. Have we made the right choice or the wrong choice? The track is still moist, but we are going to bring in Pierre this lap, and we're just going to see is anybody else pitting. Nobody else is pitting, guys. Now it's starting to rain again, which is good. Only problem with doing this pit stop is it has dropped us way down the back of the grid. But Theo's doing okay, and we are right out behind Mick Schumacher there.
We want to leave court, please.
Okay.
So we should have a bit of pace now on these tyres, and hopefully we can make these overtakes happen. So we're just going to harvest here, because I think we'll have the pace to deploy coming out on the back straight. Overtake. What are we doing? What a waste of ERS. But we've some people in the pits now, so that's good news for us.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
So we just need to keep an eye on both our drivers now to see when the gaps are coming, because we need to be clever with our DRS and stuff. But Pierre, hopefully now people will be pitting, and the interesting thing is, what are they going for? They all seem to be pitting onto inters, so we made the right call on that one. We just gotta harvest here a little bit now for Gasly, unfortunately,
Sounds
because
like a spin.
he's burning through it. And we can go neutral, and here we need to go overtake. So we need to get this overtake done. And we do. And now we need to do the same on the next one. So we're just going to go overtake again.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
So it's important we get these overtakes done now, guys, because otherwise we're going to be under pressure. We jump back here with Gasly. So he's 2 seconds to go. So yeah, Theo can now just kind of run his race. We might even get the pace up a bit on Theo. How are we looking? It still looks like it's meant to dry up, but we'll see. There is more rain coming. Another few cars into the pit, so we're just going to harvest here for this section, guys. Couldn't get it done there, so we're just going to have to try once more. Oh, what a late move. Wow, that was tough defending there from Alex. Don't know the way I appreciate that. So we're just going to stick on the harvesting mode here for a while. That was fair dinkum defense. We're going to give. Can we get it done around the outside this time? And we do. So we're going to flick back to neutral now. Hopefully we've the pace to disappear from Alex. Where is Theo? Theo is stuck behind Valtteri Bottas. This is where he was at the start of the race. Bottas has pitted, so I don't think we're going to be getting Valtteri. So while we're here, we're just going to harvest now a little bit again, if we can. Might even get Gasly to just push the pace a little bit. The top guys haven't pitted yet. I'm amazed at that. What's interesting, we're able to harvest the battery here, guys, and we're still catching because our tires are so much fresher. So this is a huge moment in the race, guys. We could potentially take the lead of this Grand Prix. Top two still haven't pitted, guys. The top four still haven't pitted. Right, so we're going to go neutral here, back to balanced. And oh yes, good man Theo, he's after getting the Ferrari.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
So Theo's back into the points, guys. Surely they can't complete the race on these tyres, surely. I think we're going to get Checo here. So Vettel is now into the pits. So guys, this is working out like a charm. We're just going to flick neutral here. Tio is all over the back, so we're going to give Tio the chance to overtake. And again, we're going to give Tio the chance to overtake. Can he do it?
Check the DRS.
Oh, his battery's empty.
Let's reduce lifting coast.
That was a good chance if we could have gotten Alex there, but unfortunately not to happen for us. Now this is where it's important we get Alex, guys, so we're going to instantly give there's so much happening here, guys. Sorry, I'm deep in concentration. We've managed to get
And a new
Albon, which is
position
good for us.
just gained by Williams.
So we're just going to harvest here a little bit to see can we gain some battery back. We're going to set our man Gasly back on thing, and I think those guys are staying out till the end of the race. I don't understand the decision making, but that's the way it seems to be happening. So we're going to jump on board here now with Pierre. Oh, so unlucky. So Verstappen is in the pits, guys. Verstappen has bailed out of this strategy and is in the pits now. So we're going to try once more here with Pierre and see can we give him the overtake.
Sun's coming out now.
That's okay, sun is out. We're expecting that for the last couple of laps. So we get the move done on Gasly, or on Russell even. And Hamilton is in the pits, guys. Now the question is, what are they pitting for? They have pitted for inters as well. So everybody now is on inters, guys. And we have Pierre Gasly leading this race. Oh my god. Fuel, fuel, fuel. So we're burning way too much fuel there with Tio. Oh no. Don't run out of fuel, Tio. Don't run out of fuel. So Tio is going to get done by Verstappen here pretty quickly. And possibly Hamilton. But he should have enough to hold off Magnussen.
Low fuel, so be mindful of that.
So there was so much happening there. I forgot we had we were burning pretty hard with Tio. So guys, what an outstanding race. I think we might have done this, guys. I don't want to jinx myself, but we could be on for our first win as Williams F1 manager. And it would be a fantastic achievement if we get this, guys. Oh my god, I was not expecting this. I'm sure Miami last year was the start of our uptick in form as well. So whatever it is about Miami, we seem to have fantastic luck here, guys. So we've 3 laps to go. going to have to get Tio on conserve. Now, what's interesting is they're all pitting again, guys.
We've had a crash.
Oh, everybody's pitting again. Oh my God. I think I'm going to hang it out, guys. We're going to hang it out. Oh my God. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I think we're just going to hang it out there, guys. Oh, rain in 1 minute. Oh, guys. Oh my God. If we get rain in 1 minute, that would be huge. Nope. It just disappeared. Damn weather forecast. So, everybody now is pitting, guys. Bottas is... Oh, Bottas is definitely going to get Tio. He's going to get him pretty quickly. All we can do... No, we won't do it because I think it might ruin Tio's race. But yeah, Bottas is quick, guys. But we're going to leave it hang out here because if we can get our first win with 16 seconds... Can we do it? We're coming on to the last lap here.
That's your last lap, mate. Last lap.
People are changing fastest laps. Oh my God, I need to deploy. It's down to 10 seconds. Sorry, I just hit the mic. Oh, the pressure, guys. Feel the pressure. I did not expect this. Will it take it away? Oh, Tio is falling hand over fist down through the field now, guys. We're going to just deploy with Tio. Tio might get mugged here a little bit. Oh my God.
Overtake.
I think we've just gotten it done.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Yes! Get in! Pierre Gasly, guys, across the line.
Checkered flag.
From the start to the finish. I'm really pleased.
Yes, guys, and Tio manages to bring it home in P7. What a race! Oh my God. I'm a little bit shell-shocked, guys. That is clearly the best result we've ever had as Williams team manager. And so was not expecting that, guys. Double points finish. No, admittedly, if there was another lap, we would have definitely lost out to Bottas. But what a result for the team. And McLaren again, guys, scoring big points. So we probably could have pitted Tio and he might have done a bit better. But listen, we're not going to fight it.
Well, this weekend, Pierre Gasly flew us to the stars. Everyone involved in Formula One dreams of seeing their driver up there on the podium.
Get up on the top spot. Look at that.
The Frenchman was in sublime form today, fully deserving of his podium finish here. Today's competitors gave it their all, but it's going to be those three taking home the big points. A very impressive showing today for Williams.
What a
I
result,
agree,
guys.
this was
What a
all
result.
very impressive. And it's obviously the work of a solid, well-run team.
That's right, and they finished the race weekend in third place in the constructor standings.
Formula One will be back to Europe for the next round, on the shores of the Mediterranean, with some heated competition to look forward to in Spain.
Miami, Miami, Miami. What a race, guys. So after DNFing in Q3, we're not even getting to take part in it. We've managed to go 9 places up and go away and win the race, guys. What a result. So you can see at the end, these guys were running a little bit quicker than us on those soft tires. And unfortunately for Theo, he just couldn't hold on there at the end. We were lapping probably 12. Oh, we were definitely lapping slower than that anyway. Yeah, that's just a huge result for us, guys. Massive points for the team. And Theo's picked up more points against. Let's do his championship no harm at all. We might be able to get him into the top 10 yet. As you can see, the Ferraris are just miles off the pace. Actually, the McLarens are now ahead of him, I think. So that's interesting. So Pierre Gasly, guys, jumps up to P2 in the Drivers' Championship. And now there is a healthy gap there of 43 points, I think it is. So yeah, it mightn't last for too long either. Sergio's only a point behind us, but it's great to see it. And in the constructors, we close a little bit on the Mercedes, which I was not expecting either. And we've also strengthened, look how far down the Ferrari have fallen, wow. We've also strengthened our position on P3 in the championship, so that's what we want to see, guys. That is what we want to see. I'm still a little bit shocked. I can't believe we've actually managed to win a race in Formula 1 Manager, guys. I am ecstatic and over the moon. So be sure to join me on the next one, guys, for the Barcelona Grand Prix. And until that, guys, as always, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you all again. Take care.